Hey everyone, Hurricane Irene is about to hit us. Actually, it's starting to rain now a little bit coming up the coast, and so we're going to have to do some fast cooking before we lose power. But anyway, today we're going to do some Parmesan Tulies with some sesame shrimp on top. And I'm also going to do a little side dish of French fried beans with some sea salt and fresh cracked pepper. Very, very simple, but really tasty. It's an alternative to French fries, kind of. And I'm going to do my fried chicken. So first, with the Parmesan Tulies, I'm going to take about a tablespoon and a half of butter. I already put that in, and it was room temperature, so you can melt it. And I'm going to do 6 teaspoons of fresh Parmesan Reggiano. And the Reggiano is really good. So once again, you know how I feel about the stuff that's in the can, the craft stuff. It's handy, it's convenient, but it doesn't have the same flavor. So I'm going to do a tablespoon and 2 teaspoons of all-purpose flour. Try to level it off as best I can. Alright, I'm just going to mix that up and make it into like a dough-like substance. And then I'm going to turn it into a log, and then we're going to cut that and bake that. Okay, so I took that dough mixture of the Parmesan and the butter and the flour, and I put a generous portion of the fresh cracked pepper, and I just rolled it into a log. That's all you're going to do, about a 4-inch log or so like that. And that's smooth enough. Let's cut it into some slices over here. I'm going to put it on parchment paper. Okay, ready to put the Parmesan Tulies into the oven. I set it at 375 and it should take about 8 minutes. So let's put them on over here. This is a small convection oven. It's a hot summer's day, and I don't want to start the big oven, so if you have one of these little guys, it really works out nicely. Come over here, and we're going to do the green beans. We're going to fry them up very, very carefully, because this is hot. I'm going to do a few batches. I'm going to cover them up with a splatter screen. I don't want a big mess. And then now we're going to work on the batter over here. This batter is going to be for my chicken. So we're going to take some eggs, 3 of them. You want to break them up flat too. You never want to do it on the edge. Because you can introduce bacteria. And I'm going to put in half a cup of milk for this too. There's the wet part and there's the dry part to the batter for the chicken. And we're going to take the chicken parts, legs, thighs. We're going to put it in this little wet part first, and then we're going to put it in the dry part, which is basically flour and seasonings. I'm going to add some Lori seasoning to flour with some sesame seeds. That'll add a nice little dimension to it. Okay, the fried French beans are ready. They've simmered down a little bit over there. I'm going to put some on the paper towels. Wait, I lost one. Get back here. Okay. Now comes the seasoning part. I'm going to put some sea salt, nice coarse sea salt, and then some fresh cracked pepper. Give it a little bite. These are amazing. Healthy alternative to a fry. Oh, I think the bouillets are ready. I can smell that. You can probably see the smoke in the air. Yes, they are ready. So I have my flour mixture over here for the fried chicken, and it's very simple. All it is all-purpose flour. I have 1.5 cups of that. Then I have a generous tablespoon of Lori seasoning, and then I have some sesame seeds. And you can put as much as you want with the sesame seeds. Probably about 1/2 cup or so. So first you dip it into the egg mixture, and then you put it into the flour that's been seasoned, and then you can fry it at this point. But I like to do it one more time in the egg mixture, because then you get one heck of a nice batter that way. A little secret. I used to do something similar at my godparents' fish and chip. They would put it in a batter twice like that. Okay. And I'm just going to fry that up in the pan, and it's going to be at a medium heat, and it's going to take about 20 minutes, about 10 minutes per side. Just keep on checking it for doneness so that it's nice golden color. Okay, let's put the chicken in the pan. Yeah. We'll throw 3 or 4 pieces in at a time. By the way, this is extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to cover that up. It doesn't splatter too much. Okay, now we're going to work on the shrimp that will go on the Parmesan Tulies. And this is actually very simple. So we're going to come to the stove, and I have 12 tulies, so 12 shrimp. Right into the pan. Just put it on a low heat. Put it on your little burner, a small burner back there. Warm it up. And we're going to add some toasted sesame oil. This is really a condiment more than anything else. Comes in small bottles usually like this. You can probably get in bigger bottles, but you don't need a lot. It has an amazing flavor and aroma. And the other thing I'm going to add to that is some toasted sesame seeds. I just put that in the oven, sesame seeds, and I toasted them up. Just going to cook all together. More like a gentle heating actually. I'll mix that up a little bit so that they're evenly coated. And those are once again going on top of our tulies. So let's just let those warm up a bit. I pre-cooked them so that it would be done already. You want to try and get a few things out of the way so you're not spending too much time working on one project. So I took my shrimp off the fire and I put each one of them on one of the tulies. And now I'm just taking out some of the toasted sesame seeds that were in the toasted sesame seed oil. And we're going to top them with these. Who doesn't like toasted sesame seeds? I asked you. Yeah, it's going to go in each and every one of them. Looking good already. Now we're going to do a little garnish on top of that. And it's very simple. I've got some basil that I had from the kitchen over here. Just going to sprinkle a little of that on over here. Each one. Even if a little goes on the plate, it looks kind of neat that way. Gives a little color. So just kind of throw it on. And we want to put a little herbes de Provence. And that's going to add even a different element to it. Be careful the way you put it on. It can be a little overpowering, especially the real herbes de Provence if you have the one with the lavender. That's going to give it a great fourth dimension. So, okay, this is our appetizer. I'm going to bring this to the table. And the chicken's ready, so we're going to be eating in just a couple of minutes, Kyle.
All right.
Okay, we've got it all together. The last batch of chicken is frying. And we're ready for a feast, pal. We're going to start with our appetizers. There's the Parmesan Tulies with sesame shrimp. And we also have the fried French beans with sea salt and fresh cracked pepper. And we have our homemade fried chicken. And with a spin on it, I put a Lori seasoning in the batter with some sesame. And I love sesame. So there's a little theme of sesame here. I put sesame in every one of these dishes. So you can do that when you're preparing a certain dish. You have a key ingredient that you'd like to add to all of them. It'll help to bring out the flavors. And it saves some time because you can use it in all the dishes. So unless you think it's going to be overpowering, that's a personal decision. But Hurricane Irene is here, and she's starting to blow down the hatches over here. It's getting a little windy out there, I can hear it. But a little burgundy to go with this, and if we don't lose power, we'll be all set. And we have some fresh vegetables, by the way. We're going to have on our plate tonight some sweet peppers. I picked them today off the vine because I didn't want them to blow away in the storm. So, anyway, everybody enjoy. Try these recipes. They're actually very easy. And I think everybody's going to really enjoy them. They're filled with flavor, and they're a little bit healthier too. For the most respect, we've got our proteins. We've got our green beans that are instead of French fries, so you have the starch in the potato. Fried chicken, that's not healthy, but you know what? It's soul food and it's good. So we have a little bit of both. All right, good eating to everybody. Enjoy.